In this movie, we are continuing our walk cycle development. I'm building it in the main timeline because there is a copy-paste bug inside of the Actions window, so I can't go ahead and get precise replications of keyframes when I copy those. Another important bug to point out is that on the left side of the Channels palette here, we see a single item here that says All Channels. What we should be seeing is an entire list of all the channels that we have to choose from. What does that list look like? If I come up to Animation and say Copy Current Frame, we can see that we've got anything and everything we can choose, especially when it comes to bone rigs right here. As I scroll this with my mouse, we've got all the abilities to copy a specific keyframe, and I'm going to cancel that right now. Usually that's all displayed over here, where we can go ahead and scroll that. If you're on the PC, you should be seeing that. If you're on the Mac, this is a known bug right now that's going to be fixed in an upcoming update from Smith Micro. So with that said, we have got our initial movement going right here, but we haven't changed the walk at all. And what we're doing right here at this one frame is continuing to go ahead and position the arms just a little bit. And I will rotate this hand down and then move this far arm back and go ahead and rotate this as well. So we've got this initial movement from a standing position, as I scrub the timeline, to our first stride. Now the next thing I want to do is go ahead and come to the next keyframe right here. I can go ahead and simply grab the target bone right here, and we'll move this back to something very, very similar to that back leg. Then correspondingly, I'll go ahead and pull this one back as well. The toes resetting, that's been completed, so now we've got this complete leg motion going on. I want to go ahead and adjust the arms one more time and get those set. Since they work opposite of the actual leg that is being put forward. Okay, so we come from a standing position to a full left foot forward stride, then a right foot forward. And now what we have to do is actually come all the way back and get this left foot forward right here. So let's go to where the left foot was forward at this point. And what I'm going to do is simply copy this keyframe. And I could copy individual components out of it. If I come up to the animation and choose the copy current frame, I could select exactly what functions I want to grab. But the only thing I'm animating at this point happens to be the bone information. So I'm going to go ahead and advance to where I want that left leg to come forward again, right here, and I will paste. So we've got this motion going on. Perfect. That's our left foot forward. We come all the way up to left foot forward again. That's a duplicate, and I'm actually going to delete these keyframes because we just don't need them any longer. I'll want to go ahead and tune up the neck just a little bit as the head bounces. We come from here. There's our first bounce down. Let me go ahead and tilt this just a little bit more forward. And then as the body gets to right here, I actually want to lean this a little bit further backwards. So we're getting this nice bounce going on here. We can go ahead and repeat that and finesse that. But the next thing I'll want to do is actually take this into the Actions palette. So what I'm going to do is highlight all of these keyframes, not the time frame 01. Choose Command C or Control C on the keyboard, or you can go ahead and do Copy. I will select the bone layer here, come to Window, open Actions, and create a new action. And this will be from stand to walk. And choose OK. With this done, and the marker at frame 1, I can go ahead and paste in those keyframes. So now we get this motion going with a walk. And here I could go ahead and fine tune if I wanted to a little bit of the head bob that's going on. I'll leave it where it is for right now. but we want to work on the cycling portion. Let me go ahead and expand this up so you can see exactly what I'm selecting there. Come down and choose cycle. And instead of going all the way back to 1, which is the default, I want it to come back to frame 12. So I'll choose OK, and we see this shorten up right here. Now the advantage to that is, when I double click on the main timeline, is that now I can go ahead and delete all these keyframes. They don't matter any longer. I'll shrink this down. And if our character is standing and talking to another character and we don't want them to begin walking until frame 48, we can do that. Then we simply come down to From Stand to Walk, choose an instance. And now when we go ahead and play our animation, we can see this in action. Standing, talking, and then they start walking. And then we can just keep tuning it up as we want to. That's how easy it is to go ahead and create a walk cycle in Anime Studio Pro.